So today we have a special guest. This is the gothic metal band from Germany, Lord of the Lost. Hi guys, how are you feeling?
Hey, bonjour.
Très bien.
Très bien. Very good, really good.
Thanks for having us.
So yeah, guys, we are very happy to talk to you. You are famous here in Germany for so many years. Your last album, Blood and Glitter, stayed 3 weeks in a row, #1 here on the top album in January.
Yeah, we were 3 weeks in the charts and 1 week #1.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Okay, yeah.
We were number one.
To be fair, but it was #1.
To be humbly honest.
So yeah, please introduce yourself for our listeners who don't know you yet, please.
1/5 of Lord of the Lost. I'm Klaas playing the bass.
And I'm Pi, I play the guitar. Hello.
I'm Chris and I'm singing.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm the drummer.
And I'm Jared and I play the keyboards.
Ish.
So, what is the meaning of your name, Lord of the Lost?
You know, Lord of Lost is not a person. It's more like a place. There's so many people on the planet which feel like when they're hopeless or sad, they find their hope in music. And Lord of Lost means kind of like the spokesperson, the allegory for these kind of people. So it's an image, a picture, a place where you can go to when you're sad.
Safe harbor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
last resort.
There's no rock music festival in this world without your name on the lineup, and I want to know your secret.
I'm sure there is.
Sure, there is. Yeah.
There are a couple.
At least one.
Our secret, greetings to our booker, he's a great person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Consistency.
Yeah,
Consistency, yeah.
yeah, I think that's a good thing. We never stopped, you know, and when things got harder and when we had success, we didn't stop. We never stopped when success came in. We just went going and going. It's hard work, getting up early, going to bed late, never stopped. It's our love for music, that's our life.
Yeah.
And you have released 11 studio albums so far.
Somehow, like some people count it differently because we did some classical albums, so it's like we counted 8
Okay.
albums so far, like 8 real
Regular.
rock
Yeah.
albums, yeah.
How has your music evolved over the years?
It has evolved every year with sometimes vast differences, really. I mean, for example, in the past 2 years, with Judas being the predecessor to Blood and Glitter, with Judas, for example, was very dark. It was black and white, no color at all. Black eyes, which is pretty much the biggest difference you can have for now with Blood and Glitter. And that also is depicted in the music, obviously.
I mean, the word "how" is actually explained with the question "how" is explained with one word. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know, we do what we feel like, what we want to do. What's the most fun for us. So that's how we decide things. That's it.
Okay. And I've been personally listening to your music for 10 years, so I know all your albums.
Right.
But it's the very first time that I meet you, so it's a pleasure.
Wow. See you too.
Yeah. Last year we had Electric Callboy among the established acts to represent Germany, and this year it's your turn. This is like Lord of the Lost, and it's always so great to see such big names in the German national selection. Who had the idea to submit a song for
Unser Lied für Liverpool.
Genau, yeah.
We are sending applications to the Eurovision German thing like for years. We're just trying because we thought, why not? We're a metal band, we're authentic, we do our thing. Why not try to compete for Eurovision? So we send applications every year. Also last year. And we came quite far, but we didn't finally make it to the show, like Electric Callboy. But we didn't tell people. So, and this year our concept of Blood and Glitter suddenly fit in very much. It was our idea to just try. You know, why not?
And speaking of your submissions, can you tell us how many songs you applied?
I have a friend who's a music manager who always just put our name on the table on Eurovision. And I don't remember which songs it was, like 3, 4, 5 years ago. But last year we tried with One Last Song, which is a song on the Blood and Glitter album, which was kind of ready back then. And yeah, for this year we chose Blood and Glitter.
And yeah, was the song Blood and Glitter written for Eurovision?
No.
Yeah, it was not in your mind.
when I started writing the song with a friend of ours from a great from another great band, is a guy I really love to write songs with. When we started the music, we kind of tried to imagine how it would look like on a Eurovision stage, because it was fun to try to put everything in these 3 minutes, but we didn't really think, and we didn't know yet that we're going to be here. So yes and no.
It was August 2021, I think.
Yeah,
so we didn't know at all.
Yeah, the song was written like 1.5 years ago, so no, we didn't know, but we thought like maybe it's you know, we had this Eurovision image in mind, and finally it's a Eurovision song. That's crazy.
And what does Eurovision mean to you?
I mean, it's the biggest audience you can ever have, like on a TV show. It's pure magic, and I loved watching Eurovision when I was a kid already. You know, with my parents, seeing all these artists, those shows, and I was a musician back then as a kid, and was like, I want to be there when I'm grown up. So it would be a childhood dream to go there. So, I mean,
Yeah.
And if you have to pick only one song from Eurovision history, who would it be? Your favorite song ever?
I'm so bad.
For me, it's Lordi, since I have the biggest memory with Lordi. I was so
Same.
excited when they won. It might not be, even for me, the best song, but it's the best memory overall, the best package of memories I have. And it was pretty exciting, especially since we know them already for a long time.
I've been on tour with them.
Yeah, it's since 2012? No,
2013.
2013, and it's so cool. And yeah, and that's the closest memory at some point.
Yeah.
For me, really, C'était Buoni by Måneskin.
Måneskin,
I love that song. I love that band, really. Yeah.
For me, it's hard to choose favorites in general, but I know whenever I think about Eurovision, I think about my childhood and the vinyl collection of my parents, and that was ABBA. So I'd say Waterloo, because it's a song I listened to when I was a kid, and my parents told me this was on Eurovision as well, on the Grand Prix. So I was like, I'd say Waterloo. Yeah. Thanks.
I have no clue. No, really. I'm not that much into all this Eurovision from the past years, but one of the strongest songs, I would also say the Måneskin thing. Yeah.
For me, it's Lordi as well, because when they managed to win this whole thing, I was like, this is a huge... They managed to stir up the whole...
It was a big
the whole
change.
thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, this is what it needs, really.
Blood. Yeah.
And if you win Unser Lied for Liverpool, would you keep your song in English? Or maybe a line or a part in German? No?
No.
We've always been, with just very few exceptions, an English singing band, so why would we change that? That's just a language that we choose to express our lyrics, our art in general.
As we said, we're staying ourselves with this one as well, so why change that?
Yeah.
And I know people kind of like these changes and maybe even expect that, but it's a thing we really don't feel. And I think the most important thing is that we still feel our music. That's the only way to stay authentic, you know.
And will your staging be the same if you go to Eurovision? Because I saw you yesterday in the rehearsals.
Just bigger.
And yeah, it's going to be bigger, but this is impressive. The fire, and even without the props, only you guys, this is like, you rock the stage.
Thank you say the best thing there, because that was the most important thing to us. We wanted a stage which is not distracting from us. It makes things bigger, it's a scenery, of course, but we didn't want like huge theatrical thing, because we are a rock band and we are the show. We are the main key of the show. So that's the biggest compliment.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so yeah, a lot of the lots will be in France and all over the world in this summer for music festivals and also on tour. And I wanna add something. You will be on tour with Iron Maiden
Again.
again.
Yeah, that's right. It's,
They asked
huge
us.
honor.
They asked us again.
Yeah.
it's pretty much as crazy as being part of Eurovision, actually.
Yeah.
It's,
But I tell you, when Iron Maiden asks you to be on tour, to go on tour with them, that's crazy. But when they ask you a second time, that is even more crazy.
And I think from the past tour with Iron Maiden, one of the biggest moments that we keep in memory happened in Paris because of the fucking great arena. It's the biggest arena in Europe, I
It's
think.
the biggest indoor arena
Yeah.
in Europe.
La Défense Arena.
Arena La Défense.
That was
Close to 40,000
I
people,
have-
but indoor.
I have
Yeah.
I have goosebumps now. It was like
Me too.
the size of the hall. It was like 2.5 times higher than the stage, and it's
Yeah.
a massive production.
Vive la France. A high of 60-ish meters it was. Yes.
Thank you guys so much, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in France at the
Merci, à
end
bientôt.
in October, at the
Yeah,
end of the year,
exactly.
or maybe in May if you go
May.
to Eurovision. Let's. Yeah, I
example.
keep my fingers crossed.
Otherwise, maybe on Hellfest. Thank you.
À bientôt.